From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening and welcome to it. University of Alaska System President Jim Johnson says the Senate panel's recommendations for system funding are a major improvement over what a House subcommittee proposed.
The panel recommended a deeper cut than Governor Bill Walker suggested, but not as much as the House recommended. It also rejected using extra money from an assistance program for rural electricity costs to help with the state's share. Senator Pete Kelly said they are trying to balance the shortfalls in the budget with the current state of Alaska's economy. He said since statehood, the state government has continued to grow and has taken up an unhealthy part of the economy.
The point is the economy that is outside of these walls, people engaging in commerce in the private sector, they benefit from the state of Alaska and how much we spend, but nonetheless we spend too much. So as we reduce, we don't want to wreck the economy.
Today, the Alaska House of Representatives passed a bill that allows pharmacies in the state to distribute naloxone, a drug used to immediately reverse opioid overdoses. SB 23 passed the Senate last year and today unanimously cleared the House by a vote of 36-0. The bill now heads to Governor Bill Walker for his signature. Heroin use has been documented in every region of Alaska, and last year 76 Alaskans died as a result of overdosing on opioids, including heroin. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that naloxone prevented over 8,000 heroin overdose deaths in 2013. In addition to making naloxone available for use in Alaska, SB 23 also protects health care providers, family, and friends from civil liability when dispensing or administering the drug.
Senate Bill 23 is about saving lives. Whether it's heroin, OxyContin, morphine, the list could go on and on. We have an opioid epidemic in our state, and Alaskans are dying from these drugs. Mr. Speaker, we have a medicine, naloxone, known as Narcan, that can save lives by reversing effects of an opioid overdose.
A 74-year-old man was sentenced at Fairbanks Superior Court today to 3 years in jail after being caught with over $4,000 worth of cocaine. Charles Ash of Fairbanks was sentenced after he pleaded guilty to third-degree misconduct involving a controlled substance with the intent to sell. According to police reports, Ash's Humvee was pulled over after they recognized the vehicle from surveillance of a known drug spot. Ash consented to a search and a canine unit sniffed out the cocaine. 2 bags equaling 60 grams were found under the driver's seat. Ash told officers he was selling the cocaine to supplement his income and that it was worth $50 to $100 per gram.
It would appear that in 3 years' time, Alaska will be adding another gold mine to the list of existing ones. At a recent Chamber of Commerce luncheon, a representative from the Donlin Gold Corporation told the audience that a new gold mine was in the works. The mine would be located 250 miles northwest of Anchorage near the Kuskokwim River. It is estimated that the mine would run for close to 28 years, bringing in over 1 million ounces a year and 59,000 tons of ore daily.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really, well, as I said, golden opportunity, I think, for Alaska and for the region. We'll have probably 1,200 jobs for about 27 years on average, 1,200 jobs, and that's a lot in an area that is very high unemployment and at a time when the state budget is being reduced and permanent fund dividends are being reduced.
When we come back, yesterday in Nenana, a crowd gathered to erect the traditional tripod. We'll have a live interview.
Also this week, the ice carvers will begin to sculpt their huge ice blocks into magnificent creations. We'll talk with one of them about their plan. Stay with us.
Welcome back. A woman reportedly shot herself in the chest with a handgun today outside the Juneau courthouse, just steps away from the Capitol building, according to Juneau police. Police have identified the woman as 35-year-old Miranda Ellen Davison of Juneau. Investigators say no one else was hurt in the incident. The woman was taken to Bartlett Regional Hospital, where she was pronounced dead.
Even though temperatures have been unusually warm for the winter, the ice down in Nenana is actually pretty thick. So thick that the traditional process of constructing the black and white tripod and raising it up continued as normal yesterday. The ice thickness is actually greater than it was a year ago, so it's anybody's guess as to when the pyramid-shaped structure will collapse into the river, usually sometime in April or May. The 3-day tripod celebration, which includes music, food, and games, accumulated on a windswept river with a large crowd observing from the banks.
Well, we had lots of people down here Sunday afternoon, and quite a few down on the river helping raise it, but there was a lot of people up on the riverbank watching. And they got it up with no problem. There's plenty of ice, and there's still about 40 inches of ice on the river. You know, I've lived here for 56 years, and I don't ever remember a winter like this.
20 teams of ice carvers are competing at the multi-block classic ice carving competition at Ice Alaska this week. There are many serious competitors in the event, but none are as at one with the force as this team is. Ryan Grimes has the story.
So it looks like the force is with Ice Alaska today as a team of 4 well-known ice carvers are working on something a little bit fun this year.
We're going old school. We're going back to 1977. Well, we're all Star Wars fans. We're all ice sculptors. We're all Alaskans. And this is a piece that we worked on for about a year, kind of saying we're going to do this.
The main driver of the Star Wars 4 is Mark Chapin of Fairbanks. He's a longtime fan of the franchise and also a veteran ice carver.
This is a piece that I've waited a long time to be able to do with the right teammates. We have a great team. We're all relaxed and we all know what each other is capable of. So I might start something and have someone else finish it, or vice versa.
And the force is strong.
Their piece at the multi-block classic competition is called The New Hope.
It's based off the original Star Wars 1977 film. It's the iconic picture with Luke Skywalker with a lightsaber over his head and Princess Leia by his side. It should top off between 22 and 24 feet tall when we're all finished.
So we know it's all about Star Wars, but what's up with R2-D2?
R2-D2 was a requirement to be here. It's part of the force. He had to be here and watch what we're doing, and so he is monitoring what we're doing, and he's moving around just to make sure he knows where we're at, keep us on track.
Even if it doesn't place anywhere in the standings, it's something that people can understand. And I think that's important because Star Wars can appeal to most people, and even the people who aren't fans know what it is.
You can see R2-D2 checking on the progress of these guys at icealaska.com. It's site 14. This is Ryan Grimes reporting.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
Joe Cook is up next with sports, including some of the top stories in the weekend recap.
Also, don't forget the I-5 Interior Top 5 plays coming up as well after the break.
Hello Interior Alaska, Joe Cook here once again with your weekend recap. Peyton Manning retired from the NFL today and goes out on top after winning the Super Bowl. But the Super Bowl of dog mushing, Iditarod 44, is just getting started. Mushers set out on their journeys to Nome after the official restart in Willow on Sunday. Yukon Quest champion Hugh Neff is in the early lead of the last great race as he cruised through Rainy Pass at 11:33 this morning. Among other notables, the Mackey brothers, Jason and Lance, are sitting in 4th and 6th place. Nicholas Pettit is 5th overall. Defending Iditarod champ Dallas Seavey, he is 10th, and Alan Moore, he is sitting in 12th place. When push comes to shove, the UAF hockey team, they pushed and shoved and then some. Saturday night was senior night at the Carlson Center, and 6 UAF seniors got in their last skate before facing the Anchorage Seawolves in win-or-go-home Governor's Cup finale. Senior and team captain Tyler Morley, in his return from an injury, scored twice for the Nooks. His second goal made it a 2-1 game for UAF, but UAA's Alex Jackstad, the former Kenai River Brown Bear, scored the equalizer to start the third period. But 6 minutes into the third, West Valley product and former Ice Dog Justin Woods scored what would be the game winner. Davis made 19 saves, and Alaska wins their 7th straight Gov Cup in a 3-2 win over their rivals and, most importantly, the final WCHA playoff spot.
A do-or-die game for us, obviously. It was one was winning, one was losing, one was going home, one wasn't. So I just tried to do everything I could to obviously lead this team to carry on, and our seniors weren't ready to quit hockey yet, so we just wanted to do everything we could to take on, and now we're going to play another weekend.
Proud of the team and how they kept it together and stayed on it. Extremely proud of our staff. Everybody was prepared, and then obviously extremely proud of all of our fans. That was an amazing night, and appreciate all your guys' support.
On the road, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs sweep the Springfield Junior Blues with a 6-2 victory on Saturday night. After a scoreless first period, the Dogs scored 4 goals in the second period to break things open. Liam Sturzinger led the charge with a 5-point night, 2 goals and 3 assists. Gavin Nieto, he made 26 saves for Fairbanks. The Ice Dogs are riding a 9-game win streak. They will face the Cooley Region Chill next weekend for their last road series of the season. The GNAC title was on the line in Lacey, Washington on Saturday. The number 6 Western Oregon Wolves and Alaska Nanooks engaged in a duel for conference supremacy. Javante Williams, he kept the Nooks ahead in a tight game. He had a game-high 23 points as this went back and forth, but Western Oregon, they go on a 7-0 run to break a 62 tie, led by Alex Roth, who hit all 5 of his shots, and 4 of them came from 3. UAF's Joe Slocum, who had 13 points, he had 3 trays in the last few minutes to try to will UAF to a win or to force overtime. But Western Oregon hit the final 3. They had 12 of them, led by Roth and Devin Alexander, the tournament MVP. The Wolves go on to win the GNAC title 78-71. Alaska just missed out on the West Region berth, but they finished as a GNAC runner-up with a 22-8 record, their best record in 11 years. And the Junior North American Championships crowned future pro mushers as the champions over the weekend. On Saturday, the 1-dog class winner was 5-year-old Leonie Tetzner out of Germany. Fairbanks' Brianna Probert-Sanford won the 2-dog class in 22 minutes, 12 seconds. The 3-dog winner was Zoe Earhart in 55-19, and she led each day. The 4- and 6-dog class belonged to the Hardums out of Alberta. Noah won the 4-dog title in 58 minutes, 58 seconds. And sister Maya won the 6-dog championship in 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 58 seconds. Now Sunday in the Mount McKinley Bank North Pole Championships, Aaron Gunderson, he won the 2-dog skeeter class title. Rebecca Knight was the 1-dog winner. Amy Dunlap is the 4-dog mushing champ. Dawn Brown won the 6-dog mushing title, and Karosh Portal won the 10-dog title. The limited North American Championships start Friday. And we wrap up the weekend recap with another set of the I-5 Interior Top 5 plays.
Starting at number 5, Lathrop senior guard Gabriel Howard goes coast to coast after the steal and sidesteps for 2 in a 62-65 loss to Wasilla on Friday. Number 4, Daniel Hornbuckle threads the needle to Cornelius Mingle Jr., who does the rest, hitting a remarkable layup in transition that came in a 60-43 win over Wasilla on Thursday. Number 3, Almir Hadjisevich scores the tip-in of the year on Friday for UAF. His score with 6 seconds left in a 91-90 win over Western Washington sends the men's team to their first GNAC championship appearance. Number 2, Davis Jones makes 28 major saves for the Alaska Nanooks on Friday night. In a 3-2 win over the Anchorage Seawolves, his play helped secure a 7th straight Governor's Cup for UAF. And at number 1, the comeback player of the year, Justin Woods, scores the game-winning goal in Game 4 of the Governor's Cup on Saturday. Woods' 5th goal of the year and first game winner of the season sends Alaska to the WCHA playoffs in the season finale as they defeat Anchorage 3-2. To vote for the play of the week, click on your favorite play on the I-5 poll on webcenter11.com. You can also comment on the KTVF Facebook and YouTube post and at KTVF11 Sports on Twitter for your vote. The play of the week will be revealed this Friday.
The I-5 Sports Report is brought to you by Adient Orthopedic Physical Therapy.
And that's it for sports tonight. Thanks for watching. Mike Schultz is next after the break with weather, and we'll catch you next time.
Hey everyone, welcome back into Monday Night Weather. Mike Schultz with you once again. Hope you had yourself a good weekend. It was really cold. That wind chill factor was really not too comfortable for Saturday, but a little bit better yesterday. And we're looking at more clouds moving in, maybe even some snowflakes in the forecast. We'll tell you about that in just a little bit. Taking a look at our forecast map, or our satellite map today, you can see there is a little bit of activity moving up from the south, and the clouds are getting a little thicker coming in from the south, so some of that to work its way through the passes. More rain and snow across southeast Alaska and over the southwest part of the state. A little bit of mixed precipitation going on there. The big picture looks like this, and again, we're talking about showers around the Ketchikan area, even a few sprinkles at Juneau. Only 39 degrees at Juneau, 36 in partly cloudy skies at Anchorage. Showers in the Kodiak region with 38 their high today. 33 degrees, cloudy skies along the Aleutian Chain. Jumping over the Aleutian Chain to the west side of the state, 20 degrees at Bethel, 19 at partly cloudy skies at Nome, 6 below at Barrow with cloudy skies, and cloudy skies also. Fort Yukon, their high today, 9 degrees. Lower 48 weather, again, we're talking about quite a bit of activity moving on the west coast. As you can see, a lot of rain shower activity moving there, and another storm system poised, ready to move in to replace that one. Across the Central Plains, maybe some thunderstorms breaking out. Some of those could be severe across parts of Texas and then working their way up into the central portions of the country. The eastern side of the country looking pretty good for the most part. Lots of clear skies there. What's going on in the south central sections? Well, a major flood risk as all of this tropical moisture is being brought up from the south, and that is clashing with that frontal system moving in from the west. Rapid rising water, road closures, and river floodings going on there. It looks like that's going to continue, and the overall jet stream once again is providing more opportunities for that to happen. As you can see, all the moisture coming off the Pacific Ocean, and then the jet stream helping to pull all that energy across the central and southern sections of the country. Again, quite a bit of weather there. Okay, it's time for our kids' weather, and all this week we have some new kids to talk with. We're going to be talking with the kids from Arctic Light Elementary School, and as always, our Monday night, we're going to have a story from one of the kids.
Hi, my name is Anthony. Well, this winter is one of the hottest winters in Alaska. The temperature is still dropping to 0 degrees. I think it will go on and get hotter, and I think there will be no more snow the rest of the winter.
Anthony, you are correct. It's been warm. We may see some snow in the forecast, but nothing really heavy expected. Mount McKinley Bank, thank you as always for sponsoring our kids' weather. And tomorrow night, a young boy will be here to share a picture that he has drawn. All right, here's your forecast. As far as temperatures go, you can see that today's high, 27 degrees. The low last night, 0. The record high, 44. That was in 1984. 45 below in 1955. Sunrise and sunset, 10 hours and 39 minutes, a gain of 7 more minutes from yesterday. And the forecast for the northern sections, partly cloudy skies for Barrow, mostly sunny skies in Nome, and occasional flurries in the Fort Yukon area. You can see there. And as far as what's going on across the interior, looking at cloudy skies in Fairbanks and Delta, scattered flurries for Healy. Over the southeastern sections, snow and rain showers are likely in Juneau, and more steady rain likely at Ketchikan with 45 degrees at Ketchikan. And as far as the southwest part of the state, mostly cloudy skies at Bethel, isolated rain and snow showers for Cold Bay and also at Kodiak. Then if you're heading down to Anchorage, a little mixed bag of weather once again, mostly cloudy in Homer, rain and snow expected in Valdez, and partly sunny skies for Anchorage. And our forecast for tonight, looking at 1 degree below 0 with just mainly partly cloudy skies early, then becoming cloudy for the rest of the night. Tomorrow's forecast, mostly cloudy with less breezes. That's good. 24 degrees. And the 5-day outlook, you got to love this. Look at those temperatures rising back up and again to around 30 degrees for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Maybe a chance of a few light snow showers, maybe Wednesday and Thursday, but again, no real heavy activity expected. Overnight lows 5 degrees. And our photograph for tonight, as you can see, feeding the birds. This was taken by Anna Ross, and a nice silhouette shot there. And as always, if you have a photograph to share, send it to photos@ktvf11.com.
I don't know anything about photography, but that was a slow shutter speed, right, to capture the birds' wings like that?
Probably so. Something like that.
I was afraid you were going to say the newscast was for the birds, but you didn't. I'm glad you didn't
just
say that.
Just the weathercast. That's fine.
Oh,
got it.
Yeah,
it's a Monday. What can you do? All right, that'll wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. We're glad you could join us.
Well, tonight on NBC Nightly News, Tom Brokaw will reflect on the death of Nancy Reagan over the weekend and her legacy. That's up next with Lester Holt.
You can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
From all of us here at the News Center, have a good night.